Hey, it's Clay at claycharter.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Thursday, January 5th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're somebody that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple of quick clarifications. Number one, the price you see over here will be moving around and changing. And the candlestick you see right there will also be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. And then second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. Stock number one here, NIO. Very, very impressive move today as the price made a big move up, and in doing so has created a good solid pattern here that you got to think a lot of people are watching. So this is by no means some sort of impressive talent. I'm not trying to say this is some sort of secret discovery. I assure you a lot of people are watching this pattern, and I say all that because when a lot of people are watching the same patterns, wondering the same things, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can definitely produce some very dynamic movement. So as far as, like I said, the pattern is concerned, we have that upper part of the pattern. In fact, let me just get rid of that line there. It served its purpose for now. And then the lower part of the pattern sits right there. And let me change that to green to represent more so a support portion of the pattern. And then to make it maybe all one color to make it easier to see, we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big explosion there. And to make it more visual for you golfers out there, let's put a little golf hole down here. And this would be known as a bull pennant pattern. So again, are things guaranteed? No. But is it valid? Is it rational to think that if the price can come up here and get a break up through that pattern, that break in and of itself could create additional buying pressure? That's certainly a plausible outcome that could very well take place. But again, not a guarantee. Next one, MULN, and like I said in yesterday's video, higher highs and higher lows, and that is the name of the game. So in other words, the uptrend continues. But what is interesting about this one here as we head into the close is, as of now, a breakout is underway, which always prompts an interesting question. So breakout underway as it's gotten up to that trend line, but that, like I said, leads to the question of, is this the start of something even bigger? Now think about that question. In order to ask such a question, well, you need something to first happen in the first place. A lot of stocks, they never have anything happen, so you can't even ask, oh wow, is this the start of something bigger? So yeah, it may seem like kind of an anticlimactic question, but when you think about just the fact that, well, something quality, something worthwhile has to first happen, it actually is a very powerful question. So yeah, the breakout has happened, but that'll be the driving question, at least in my mind going forward. Is this the breakout, the start of something even bigger? So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line as it served its purpose to kind of just illustrate that a breakout is underway. As far as next potential battlegrounds are concerned, that's where this red line comes into play that I talked about previously up here at 36 cents. So yes, that trend line resistance has been broken. Does that mean that this is going to get more continuation, more momentum up at 36? We'll see what happens. And then when it does get up to 36, can the price break up through there? That'll be another very interesting battle area. But overall, definitely a great day today. Next one, GERN, and overall, big movement here with a gap up. Now, there is a little bit of perspective that goes into this, meaning I don't know, is this a bad or good-looking chart? If you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought right there, and your plan was to buy and sell within 12 minutes, well, then yes, from that perspective, things look pretty bad. But if you do care about the bigger picture of things, I get it. That was a pretty bad line. There has been this pullback here, which you can see. So yeah, it has pulled back all day long, which has created essentially this downwards channel. However, again, assuming you care about the bigger picture, that includes, well, what was going on before this downward channel? Well, you had this big move up right there, which just gave me the ability to draw a bull flag pattern. So just because something's a bullish pattern, of course, does not mean that it's going to be guaranteed to continue on up. But my point here is that assuming you do care about the bigger picture of things, there is still a bullish pattern. You do still have the chance for potentially this to come up here and get a break up through that, top of the bull flag pattern and then resume with a continuation. But of course, that's why risk management matters, because who knows, maybe this pullback is just going to take it right back to where it started and you don't want to become a bag holder. So yes, risk management matters. But as of now, assuming you care about the bigger picture point of view, I would summarize this one as a bull flag pattern. Next one, VVOS. And like what we just looked at there with GERN, same general idea, nice move up, and yes, that thing has pulled back since then, although a little different in the form that we do have a pretty well-defined level of support right now as the price has gone sideways right around that area at $1.80 a couple of times now. You can see the opening 30 minutes and then late afternoon, and then even now as I speak, price is kind of hovering down around that area. So there does seem to be a good solid area right there. So We'll map that out. And then as I already pointed out, yes, there has been a downtrend, which allows the downtrending trend line there. But then you have to ask again, assuming you care about big picture point of view, what was happening before all this? Well, you had this big explosion up, which again, for you golfers, will make it more visual. We have ourselves a bull pennant pattern. So yes, if you bought up here as a day trader that wanted to, buy and sell within 7 seconds, chart's looking really bad for you. But if you do care about the big picture of things, you have a bull pennant pattern. Next one, AMC, good day here. The price has been able to get back outside of this pattern. And for those of you that have watched the past videos, it's been a struggle. It's gotten up above $4, which again is a top part of this sideways channel. But that's also what now is leading to the big question moving forward is history going to repeat itself in this form of the price once again falling back into the pattern? You can see here several times price got above the pattern, fell back below, got above the pattern, fell back below, got above, and then, fell back below slightly, but again, is back up above. So yes, can the price now stay above it? That is why, in my opinion, that $4 mark, very, very important moving forward, because that'll be the key level, which makes this now a very key level of support. So resistance is now ideally turning that level of support there at $4, so keep an eye on that. If this is a true breakout and the price stays above it, then the near-term level of resistance to watch very closely going to be right up there around $4.20. But in my opinion, at least, it's not like the price has to get up there and break through $4.20. If the price can just stay above $4, in my mind, that's a good sign of strength in and of itself. But yeah, that's definitely going to be the main question mark. Can the price stay outside of this sideways channel that it just broke out of again today? Real quick, wanted to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online training that I'm offering in just a day. So if you enjoyed what you're seeing here and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency as a trader, then certainly get signed up for the free training. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description box you can click on. If you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage that you can click to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more, definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one, Tesla, TSLA, and overall nice move here. Very, very impressive bounce, but now it's just a question of can the price, like AMC, stay outside of this range right here, which makes this level now a very, very important level of support. That level being right there at the 109 mark, meaning because nothing can go straight up. So if the price comes down here, bounce around 109, and then starts to curl back upwards, what do you have from a bigger picture point of view? Well, you'd still have a set of lows there. You'd have those lows right there. And if you envision those as stair steps, you still have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. So again, it's not like a price has to go straight up every single day in order to be healthy. Healthy from a bigger picture point of view is simply showing signs of progress. And again, the quote unquote sign of progress being able to stay up above that 109 mark. In terms of levels of resistance, next big overarching level to keep a very close eye on, going to be that purple line there, the very famous 50-period moving average, right now valued at 115.50. So definitely keep a close eye on that. But yeah, overall, nice move here on Tesla. Can it start to show signs of progress and then get a break up to that next level of resistance? Let's see what happens on Thursday. Next one, TYDE, and I like this one because it showed the ability to move and move very quickly today, and it has had a pullback, which at least has eliminated the worry of, oh great, am I chasing? Am I suffering from FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And no, you're not. The people that suffered from FOMO, they're the people buying there, buying right there, and as of now, they're in a lot of pain. Now, let me be very clear. Just because the price is pulled back and because you would no longer be chasing the price doesn't mean that it's for sure going to be a winning trade. I'm just saying that at least that worry has been alleviated, that you're not going to be one of those suckers that buys the top. That has already come and gone. And the other reason what makes it interesting is the price has started to at least go sideways. Now, does that mean that this is for sure the bottom? Of course not, but does it become a little bit more rational to think that, okay, maybe this is some sort of bottom when you've had the price now bounce off that level right there at 31 cents 3 times? Yeah, it becomes a whole lot more plausible at this point in time. So from a level of support standpoint, continue to watch 31 cents. If this thing is going to start to turn itself around, then key level of resistance, at least in my opinion, right up there around that 40-cent mark. So if you like penny stocks and you like to play these situations where there's been a big pullback so you don't have to worry about chasing and buying the top and it's starting to show some potential signs of bottoming out, I'd keep an eye on it. Next, MARA, very, very impressive move on this one. And after starting to go sideways here for a while, really starting to show some upwards movement. The big differentiator today, just a whole lot more volume than what anything else is seen very recently. So one of those things where you got to think a lot of people are probably going to be keeping an eye on this one, with the key level resistance now being right there at $4.30. And then as far as support is concerned, you have a very well-defined level right there. So as I've been doing, let's change this to green to represent more so the support level. And then just to keep the pattern a bit easier to see, let's make it the same color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big explosion right there, we have our golf hole down here. So we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So if you like to play stocks down below the $5 mark and you like to play bull pennants, keep an eye on it. Next one here, CCL. I'm going to go very quickly through it because you literally just heard me talk about it, but once again, same general idea of that bull pennant. So you have 875, that level where very clearly the price has struggled up around there. So that is the top part of the pattern. You have the bottom part of the pattern down here. So change that to green to represent support. And then, because hey, why not? Resistance, support, big move right there. Golf hole down here, ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So like I said, if you like to play those stocks down below $5, $10, you have quite the variety here headed into Thursday. So CCL, bull pennant pattern. Next one, TQQQ, which is an ETF that follows the NASDAQ market as a whole. So if the NASDAQ market rises, this one will also rise. It just allows you access at a much lower price point, which makes it a very popular ETF. And what I want to do here is just kind of try to clean things up here. Yes, that level still pertains that I'm deleting, but from a presentation standpoint and not wanting to have lines and potential clutter all over the place, I want to kind of just cut out two of the main levels that have really made themselves quite apparent. Maybe not so much up here around the 1775 mark, but definitely down here at 1650, which I talked about previously, has once again made itself, very apparent, including the opening part of the day when the price came all the way down here and sure never hit the green line exactly, but got very, very close before, presenting a very nice bounce in the upwards direction. So yeah, no doubt about it, 1650 remains a very important level, a very monitored level as the price, just time after time over the past several days has come down there and it's held strong. As far as areas of resistance, what I'm going to do here now that we have more data is I'm going to go ahead and adjust this level down because what we have now seen is that 1750 has also become a very well-defined level. You look here and rejected, rejected, rejected. Then you fast forward to today, rejected, rejected. So again, another one of those well-defined levels. So in a sense, all we have here is a sideways channel pattern. It's not the cleanest because sure, you've had some times where it's dropped below the channel. You have some times where it's gone above the channel. But if you just kind of, not consider those ones, then what you do have is a very well-defined channel here between 1750 and 1650 as the price just bounced back and forth. So that's how I would personally summarize this one is on the 30-minute time frame. You have a sideways channel pattern, top of the pattern, resistance, 1750, bottom of the channel support, 1650. So that wraps up the top 10. Again, if you like what you saw here, then I want you to get signed up for the free live training. It'll be Thursday, January 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there. As far as these videos are concerned, if you enjoy the top 10 list, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, even if you're telling me what you're trading today, what you're watching tomorrow. But those two things help out the YouTube algorithm, they help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And as long as people are enjoying and helping out, then I'll continue to put in the time and effort to get these top 10 videos out too. So again, get signed up for that free training, hit that like button, leave a comment below. Everybody take care. Have a good one.